Welcome to episode 117 of the Local Runners Podcast, the podcast by runners for runners. We're your hosts, I'm Dave Norman.
I'm Callum Parkinson.
I'm Katie Kay.
And I'm Sean Warburton. So, welcome to Local Runners Podcast, 6th year of recording. That's a long time, isn't it?
Impressive, that.
Yeah, it's spelled 6 years. No, it's gone there quick. So there's loads of stuff coming up in 2026. So we've got the Tameside 5K with Active Tameside. We've got the Black Knight Charge in partnership with East Cheshire Harriers. Over the winter break we've had some time off, but we're back with a slight change of how we deliver the episodes also. So you'll get an episode a week from now on. One of those episodes will be basically full of race reviews and our training updates, and a few other bits thrown in as well to pad it out so you've got some content. So, and then the following week you'll get the interview with the racing guests. So we're kind of splitting the two episodes up, aren't we?
Yeah.
So all changed for 2026 and some exciting stuff coming.
And some info for you on the races that Sean just mentioned. So we've got Tameside 5K. That's on Saturday the 7th of March, starting at 3:30pm. It'll start with a family mile. You can enter via Nifty entries. We've got the Black Knight Charge that's on Wednesday the 22nd of July, kicking off at 7:30pm, and you can book your place via Bucket Zone for that one. And we're really hoping that we'll have lots of listeners who can make the races. If you can't make it, make sure you support your local clubs.
We also posted out that we're going to have some more ambassadors. So Mike Harris and Haley Simpson are stepping down as ambassadors for the Local Runners Podcast. So they've been with us for a few years now, and we just want to say thank you very much to both of them for doing such a good job in the last few years. We've had loads of emails come through. Some of them of us have been through the application, so we're going to have another good look through this week, and then we'll get in touch with everybody that's applied, and we'll let everyone who was successful know. So thank you very much.
What I'd say, the standard of applications, by the way,
is
amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Really good.
Nice,
so thanks so much for the time that people have taken in putting it in. Yeah.
And a good range of runners as well.
Yeah.
That have applied.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, moving on now to race reviews. Firstly, the Ribble Valley 10K. This is organised annually by Blackburn Harriers, and it's part of the Top Flight Race Series. The race is based in Clitheroe, and it's a popular 10k race attracting a large field. This year 1,449 finished, and it also included the Northern 10k Championships. Weather conditions this year were good with minimal wind, and although there are some significant hills on the course, the race does often produce fast times. At the 5k mark, 3 athletes have broken clear of the main pack. There was Ollie Lockley of Leeds City AC, Baruch Kabidi of Clayton Lemore's Harriers, and Matthew Ramsden of the host club Blackburn Harriers. And by 8k it was down to just 2, with Ramsden and Kabidi stride for stride. And the two-way battle continued right up to the final finishing straight, with Ramsden kicking away to win the race, and the North of England title in a new PB of 29.05. 7 athletes broke 30 minutes, showing strong depth at this race once again. In the women's race, the race was far more clear-cut, with international Verity Ockenden winning by over a minute in an impressive time of 32.18. Taking second was Isabel Holt, a junior from the host club Blackburn, in 33.31. This was Isabel's first ever 10k race,
Wow.
and her run secured her the title of Northern Champion.
Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Completing the podium in a time of 33.55 at the other end of the age spectrum, it was the informed Laura Hesketh of Clayton Lemore's. She's about 40, and she's in fine form recently. She recently set the course record at Stockport 10, and I noticed she ran a very low 16 minutes at Alexandra Parkrun, so she's in great form and took third place on the day at Ribble. Okay, so the results were as follows. Matthew Ramsden of Blackburn Harriers was the race winner in 29.05. It was Baruch Kabidi of Clayton Lemore's second in 29.12. And Ollie Lockley's time in third place from Leeds City was 29.30. The women's race, as I mentioned, was Verity Ockenden of Swansea, 32 minutes 18. Then we had that fantastic run by Isabel Holt, the junior from Blackburn, 33.31 in her first ever 10k. And then Laura Hesketh, Clayton Lemore's Harriers, again, superb run, 33.55. I ran through the results and quite a few PBs I wanted to flag. Local shout out starting with Josh Birmingham, Salford Harriers. First time ever under 30 minutes. He ran 29.53. Then we have Bryn Lawrence of Bury, 30 minutes and 3 seconds, also a big PB. Steve Broadbent of East Cheshire, 33.02 PB. A recent guest of ours, James Brabham of Chorlton, another PB, 35.36, great run. Nick Lord of Glossomdale, 36.34, that was also a PB. Jack Miller of Royton, 38.32 was a PB. Helen Berry of Prestwich, 43.15. And Yvonne Shum of Bolton, completing the PBs there with 47.47.
Yeah, but Josh went on to run 29.27 in Valencia as well over the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. He's an athlete that's really on the up.
Yeah. Did anyone watch Valencia?
I've seen some clips. But
I've seen the highlights.
Did you see how many runners were coming in under 28 minutes? It's just like a sea of runners, like unbelievable the
Some great
standard
runs,
there.
weren't they?
Yeah, I mean the race was running 26:40 something, wasn't it?
It's 44 Brits broke 30 minutes. I don't think that's happened
Scottish
in a
record,
British race.
Scottish record for Butchard, European record for Elish.
McColgan, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. It's just like such a deep race. It's on YouTube if anyone wants to watch it. You can go watch the Valencia 10k. On some more local affairs though, but just as glamorous. Stockport's bank holiday traditional 5k. So this has always been the Star and Garter 5k, and it always takes place on Boxing Day. Starts at 11 o'clock. It's a nice time that, isn't it, after Christmas Day. Everyone's carb loaded, fully ready to go for this one. I have done the Star and Garter myself a few times, but I didn't make this year's race. It's changed location, so it starts on the track now in Woodbank. So it uses a little bit of the parkrun course, and then a little bit of an extra section, doesn't it? It goes outside the park, doesn't it, and along the trail and back up again. Still looks quite hilly. So I don't think it's a particularly fast course, but there was some pretty good runs there on the day, and the race actually supports the Maggie Centre as well and raises money for that. So the 2025 event introduced a completely new course, and still very hilly, but I'm just trying to get to the results. So just tell me, just let me get to the results. Just skipping through all that because I've already said it. So taking first place was Sam Hill of Stockport Harriers. Good time, 16:25. That's got to be an official course record, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Course
First
record,
time
well
course,
done there.
I think he's an under 17 as well, so
Yeah.
continuing the theme, because Zach Rose had won it the last 2 years, and he was also an under 17.
Yeah, and Zach Rose was pushed into second this year, 16 minutes and 38 seconds. And then finishing off the podium was Harry Hind, who's also won the race in the past actually. He crossed the finish line in 16 minutes and 42 seconds. In the women's field, it was still really good competition. So we had Amelia Platt of East Cheshire, Salford Harriers.
Oh.
Yeah. Where's that come from?
Typo there.
Typo. It's a wish list this for Callum, innit? Yeah, Salford Harriers, top spot on the podium, finishing a strong time of 19 minutes and 32 seconds. Should say she's just signed for Solomon as well, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
So it just shows you the kind of form and trajectory she's on. Second place trophy went to Molly Cook of Stockport Harriers, who clocked in at 20 minutes and 9 seconds. Then rounding up the top three was a teammate Alice Jones, who finished the race in 20 minutes and 20 seconds. So big congratulations to all runners who braved the really cold conditions and managed to turn up after the Christmas Day festivities the day before. Obviously everyone in the field was local, so I'm not going to go through the local shouts.
Next we've got a review of Wythenshawe Parkrun. So this was written by Dennis Thomas of East Cheshire Harriers. So he said that today was a club meet-up of East Cheshire Harriers at Local Runners Podcast to commemorate one of our members, Michelle Vaughan, who sadly passed away recently. Like a lot of other attendees, we were anxiously waiting for the call of which local parkrun was on before setting off, because if you recall, the weather was horrendous, wasn't it? So we weren't we'd planned to go to
It was Alexandra
wasn't
first,
it, initially? Yeah, but because of the weather it was cancelled, so we ended up at Wythenshawe.
Just icy cold, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was nice, really.
It
but
was,
just icy
yeah.
cold.
So Dennis said a lot of other venues weren't so fortunate, had to cancel due to sub-zero temperatures. So as a result, a lot of us headed to Wythenshawe, resulting in a record attendance of 675, beating the previous record of 609 nearly 2 years ago. So great turnout for Michelle. And the 675 included 141 first-timers, which 21 were brand new to Parkrun, and this included 20 officially from East Cheshire Harriers. And as we gathered at the start, Dan, the run director, paid a nice tribute to Michelle in his pre-run briefing. And he also mentioned Andrew Wright, who was doing his 350th Parkrun, and James Hartshorn was also doing his 100th. So, it was just a really nice event, wasn't it, for us to...
Yeah.
We all made an effort to kind of gather there in Michelle's memory to... a lot of people wore her club colours, but there were a lot of people there in podcast kit as well, because I know she was obviously a previous guest of the podcast and a big fan. So it was a really nice morning out. But also in terms of the finishers, Gav Brown finished first in a time of 16:33, closely followed by Michael Holness, another East Cheshire Harriers, in 16:40, and then Phil Richardson in third place in a PB of 16:55. And now we've done this on purpose, Callum. First lady across the line was Rachel Rodvenskaya, right?
It's close enough, isn't it?
I've not had to say her name yet. Her PB of 18:56, a great time on there. First timer Molly Ralphson, second in 19:56, and then Beth Louise Quarterly was third in 21:17, again, another PB.
So for those that weren't there, Bellevue Racers had to shake things up this year for the Hit the Trail race. Because of the main bridge at Reddish Vale, it was still waiting repairs. The race feature was a revised route totalling about 5.2 miles. So it still remained a multi-terrain challenge, forcing runners to navigate through frozen thick mud and some paved sections as well. So taking the top spot was Phil Carpenter of Stockport Harriers, crossing the line with an impressive time of 31:34. In second place, representing Salford Harriers, was Mark Collier in 32:10. And then rounding up the top three was another Stockport Harrier, Jonathan Knight, finishing in 33:38. In the women's race, it was Amy Welch of Cholton Runners, a previous guest, clocking 34:58, and she was followed by Jennifer Badger of Prestwich AC, who took second with a time of 35:41. And then third place was Jenna Payton in 37:12, a great start to the year for some local club races. So we'll get on to our training and racing, and I'll go first. So I'm in my third week now of marathon training.
I've noticed you doing Instagram posts to wrap your week up.
I've started to do that again.
Copying you that, Sean.
I did it for Manchester or London last time, and I did it just to write down everything that I had through the week, so then I could cover everything. Yeah. And because I'm being coached by James Moles, I don't know what that week's going to be until near enough a few days before. So it's really good that I can kind of just look at that plan and then write it all down and then get set for it, rather than knowing well in advance.
I did have a bit of satisfaction in reflecting back on them posts as well.
Yeah.
Because you write a little bit about how you felt and how the week's gone, don't you?
Yeah. The first week was Christmas week leading up to New Year's. So I did 6x800s and 4 400s with some lads at East Cheshire. Then I took a bit of a dip. I didn't feel too well on New Year's Day. That wasn't because of drinking too many beers. Unfortunately, I just had a really bad cold. And then we went to the park run, as Katie just mentioned, at Wythenshawe. Now, I got a lift down with Dan Cav. We started warming up. We ran round towards the main road, and then we ran through the park. And then as you go through the park, there's these really small fences about a foot high. So looked over and saw Dan take tumble, so we tried jumping over but didn't make it. So I'm there laughing at him, going, what are you doing? Why are you falling over? Less than 2 minutes later, I twisted my ankle running through the woods. But it was really, really sore, but I did feel it like take a bit of a crunch. So I thought I better keep moving, better keep walking. So got to the start, and then I didn't know we had to start going over the field, and because it was icy and it was a bit uneven, I was taking it dead carefully. But I did it in 1917, the parkrun overall, which I was really happy with.
What sort of effort was that then?
A little bit slower than tempo.
Yeah.
And I felt quite good towards the end. I did slow down for the last mile or so, but I think I was overthinking my ankle. I spent the full day then on Saturday on my feet. I didn't want to sit down and rest and just put my foot up. So I went playing pool with Alistair, went for a dog walk and just kept moving. And I had Sunday off, so I didn't have my first long run of my block. But then last week was my biggest week for quite a while. I finished on 59 miles. So I had 6x1Ks when it was icy, so I did that on like a bit of a trail around Debdale Park. First double day, and then I did some progressive miles on Thursday. And then on Sunday I did 17 miles, but the last 5 miles was a pickup, about 7-minute miles. Today I am really feeling it. I am really tired. My legs do feel smashed at the start of week 3.
What have you done today then?
I've done 8 miles easy today.
Yeah.
I've taken it really easy. Made sure I've fueled correctly. Yesterday I kept drinking loads of water, constantly drinking water through the day, and ate quite well. I've upped all my strength work as well, so I've kept well on top of that. So yeah, I'm only 2 weeks in, 3 weeks, starting my 3rd week, but it's all looking good. I like how some of the paces that I'm hitting are a lot quicker than what I'd usually do, but seeing what James did with you, Katie, can see that sort of stuff works. So yeah, just hoping that my legs can start to recover a little bit, because I've got quite a big session tomorrow with 800s.
Have you got any tune-up races then?
Yeah, I have. I've got Daffodil booked.
Daffodil.
And that's
10K?
That's a week on Sunday. But also another thing that I've done for this block is I've booked in all my physio. So I think my physio's like every 3 weeks on a Monday. So that's just making sure. That was a present off my mother.
Oh, that's nice.
Which was
Who do you see for your physio, Callum?
go to see Chelsea at Activate.
She's moved premises now, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's moved up near Talbot Road.
Yeah.
She's very good actually.
Yeah. She's good.
Yeah, she really helped me when I had a calf issue last year,
She's good.
and I was sorted like within a day, which was really good. So yeah, I got all the sessions booked in with her, and then just seeing how things go. So I've got Daffodil 10K booked. I've got Grindleford Gallop, which is a big race for me, and then the week after I'll have Pulford. So that week will just be really calming down. I doubt I'll do anything special at Pulford, and I might even change that to do Wilmslow half that week as well. But yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully I can start doing some bigger miles and have
Is it not sold out, Wilmslow? You have to get you in soon if it's not, because it will be, won't it?
It does sell out.
Yeah,
It does sell out, and it's the England Masters race as well, isn't it? So
right.
I've entered the Cheshire Half. It's a new race by run through.
That's on Mother's Day, which is the day after Grindleford. So I can't
Yeah,
make
it's
it.
a week before I had Wilmslow.
Yeah, it's a week before.
There's a Media City half as well that I did last year. It was the first one last year.
Yeah.
That's in February time, I think. I've not signed up for that yet, but I might do it. It's surprisingly fast course.
Yeah.
Oh, send us a link to that.
Yeah,
then.
we'll do.
I'll
It's
have
my
a look.
second fastest half on there.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
it's a good one, that.
Yeah, so just got that, and then been catching up with James as well, every week or every other week. So yeah, looking good. I'll pass over to Katie.
Fab. Well, I've not really got much to update, so I'll be
Okay,
quick.
on to Sean then.
So I do need to start marathon training because I'm obviously doing Manchester Marathon and London Marathon the week after. So I do need to start marathon training, but I did like doing a short block last year for Berlin. I think normally I peak too soon, so I do think that shorter block works for me. But I think it's probably around 12 weeks, is it, on Sunday? So I do need to start thinking about
Is
it.
that no, it can't
Yeah,
be
it's about 12 weeks, isn't it?
30. I've got
Is
the
it
13.
13?
Yeah, because I've started a 16-week block.
13 weeks?
Yeah.
Well, oh, okay. So
I've
maybe I
got
can
a
have another.
countdown, you know, that countdown app you get on
have
your
you?
iPhone. So,
Well,
so
maybe-
London Marathon is 14 weeks and 5 days.
Oh, so Manchester will be 13 then this
Yeah.
week. So, all right, yeah. So
From
I might
today.
give myself another week, and then just had a lot going on, so I feel like I've just not been ready. But again, and I'm always like this. I was like this before Berlin. I just need to get in the zone, and then I'll be ready. So I think I'll do 12 weeks. But yeah, I've not done a lot. So I did the park run at Wythenshawe, but I ran with Juliet, previous guest on the podcast, which was nice because she was a friend of Michelle's. So she came and she hasn't been running. She had some things going on herself. So we just had a chat and a run round, which was nice. And then the next day I went over the moors and did, just on my own, did 17 miles over the moors because I love getting out and I feel like I've not really done much of that. But then woke up the next day with the lurgy. So I hardly ran at all last week because I was coughing loads and everybody kept telling me when it's on your chest you shouldn't run. But I felt worse for that. So I decided on Saturday I'd go to cross country. My plan was I'd do the warm-up, see how I felt in the warm-up, and if I felt all right to race, then I would race. But there was an accident on the motorway. It took me 2.5 hours to get there. Just getting out of my car as the gun went for my race. So it was a case of I just had my cough sweets in one hand, my car key in the other hand, and legged it. And I could see they'd gone off into the distance as they arrived there. But anyway, I ran, and it's not ideal because I'd not had a warm-up or anything, but it was quite a nice way to race, actually, because I kept seeing people that I knew and kind of chatting to them as I kind of picked people off. So it was quite nice. The result wasn't anything to shout home about, obviously, because I was quite far behind, and it goes off, it's a mass start, it's only chip time at the finish, so not ideal, but it is what it is, and I quite enjoyed it. Was happy with how the race went in the end. Did 12 miles yesterday, got up, did an easy run this morning, so trying to get back into the swing of things, but yeah, I'll probably just have another easy week and then I'll start to nail down for marathon training around 12 weeks. So yeah, that's me really, a bit uninteresting at the minute.
I'll take it. You're doing one hard and one easy marathon.
Yeah, hopefully. My plan is that I'll train for Manchester, and then I'll just do London as a social
Shakeout run.
run. Yeah, yeah. I definitely won't race 2. There's no way I could race 2 marathons.
Have you ever done that before?
No.
No.
But I know I'm always knackered after. It takes me a while after a marathon.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So yeah, I probably won't run at all in between, and I might run my phone and like be one of those annoying people who takes videos of pictures or something. But yeah, my plan is that I'll train for Manchester, and everyone who knows me knows that like the thought of doing Manchester has just never appealed to me, and it still doesn't appeal to me. I think it's because I've tried to think about why it doesn't appeal to me. I think it's because I'm so exposed. The only marathon that obviously I've ever done are world majors, and I think you go and you're just anonymous amongst the crowds. You don't know anyone, there's thousands of people.
Yeah.
And I think the thought of being at Manchester to like being so exposed, everybody, because that's what everyone keeps saying, oh, but you'll know everybody, it's brilliant. That actually scares me.
Yeah,
That's a good point, that. Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm of a similar view, really. I've got a place in Manchester, but I've secured a place in London through Salford. And obviously, if you give me a choice of Manchester or London, I'm always going to go on London. I think just because it's London Marathon.
Yeah, and I would normally do that. It's just because I'm from Berlin. Obviously, I got the England best for Manchester, which is my motivation for doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. So I feel like that's I feel like
Yeah.
I always said I know I would have to do Manchester at some point, so that's my reason to do it, but the thought of it does fill me with dread.
And I've got myself in a situation where I've run London quite a few times now, but not run Manchester's course.
Yeah.
So I'm more confident actually going there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I know how to run the
yeah.
course. Yeah. Whereas I went to Manchester a little bit. Why would I want
It's
that
the
uncertainty when I can
the
go?
unknown, and just I don't know. I think it's that exposure for me. I think because the marathon is such a beast, isn't it? And you just never know. Whereas I think, you know, if you go into it and there's nobody there, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have a bad day at the office and everybody's there, don't know. It just feels like a lot of pressure. But I'm going to do it, and I'll give it a best shot. But yeah, I'll just probably not run at all and just do London for the weekend away.
Shakeout run.
Yeah.
Shake it on. I don't know why I don't like that term. It paints a picture. Just go for a run.
Yeah.
It's just a run, isn't it? Why is it a shakeout run? Why is it not just a run?
I'd love to know if you've ever posted on Strava to say shakeout run.
I think I have. Oh no, I think I called them shakedown.
Oh,
But this was before all this. It was when
So
running
you
wasn't
set the
popular.
trend.
I used to call it like Chester Marathon Shakedown or something like
Shakedown.
that. Yeah.
a
But
new
she
one.
does, yeah.
You're going to have to search for.
People
search
must
for
have looked
them.
at that and thought, you know what would be really good? Not doing that and doing a shakeout rather than a shakedown. Anyway, we're sort of digressing here, aren't we? So, yeah, I mean, Valencia Marathon closed off the year for me, so I was pretty happy with. I say happy. I wasn't happy with the time, but if you'd have offered me that time a few weeks before, I'd have taken it. And nothing necessarily went wrong in the race for me. It just, I went, as soon as I set off, I tried going after 5:55 pace and thought absolutely no chance. It was just too hard, the effort. Heart rate was high, so I just dialed it back and I running like 6:05, 6:10 maybe. But it's just so, if you've not done Valencia, it's so deep, the field. You're absolutely surrounded by runners. Running that sort of time, it's just like a stampede. And you've just got to really concentrate, stay on your feet, for the first mile or so. And then it does start to settle down a little bit.
Is it really that busy?
It's that busy, yeah. So I was in the Green Wave, which is a sub 2:37:30 start, and I kind of knew I wasn't in that shape. So I went to the back of that wave, but what happened then is the blue wave behind me, like a few seconds before the gun went, they were all allowed to come up. So they all came right up, behind you and started weaving through, so it got very congested. Then the gun goes, and everyone's there to hammer it in Valencia, and everyone, there's a lot of people going too fast, I think. And I was just like, just need to stay on my feet here, so I got myself near the edge, really, near the curb. But you're confronted with quite a bit of furniture when you do that, like motorbikes, police motorbikes and things like that. Yeah. So by the time I sort of settled down, I'd done 5k, and I think my first 5k was like over 19 minutes. And then my second 5k was a bit under, I think I did a couple of 5ks like 18:50-ish, 55 maybe. So I knew that I wasn't going to run a PB, I wasn't chasing that down, and I didn't feel like I could chase it down. Went through halfway in just around 1 hour 20, maybe 1 or 2 seconds either way, but pretty much on 1 hour 20. And then got a bit slower as well, last 10k. And I think I said in the last episode, I broke the rule of marathon running and took something new on race day. But it probably saved me. They just handed out these like caffeine gels, and I just thought, you know what?
You get to that point with anything.
I'm running 6:20s here. I'm not going to PB. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Take the gel. So I took them, and I'm telling you, it really helped. And I managed to, did have a positive split, but no, it wasn't a disaster. It was all right. I think the more time goes by, the more satisfied I am with the result, if that makes sense. But it's really fired me up for 2026.
You said yourself you've not had the perfect build.
No, far from it. Last year was tricky, and every time I got going again, I got something wrong again. And we were a bit reluctant to do too much. I think we were running like, I would say Dan gave me the mileage of me running it. It we're doing like 65 miles a week. It's not enough.
Not for a marathon.
No, it's not enough. So to run that time on that mileage, yeah, can't really complain. And I'm feeling motivated. I think just since Valencia, I bounced back quite quickly. Last couple of weeks I've done 73 miles and then 82 miles last week.
Wow.
So I've really pushed it on a bit, brought double days back in, but on the small double days.
Yeah.
And Bigger just said, we just spoke and he's looked at it and thought you need probably a little bit more speed and just some more volume. But he's just a bit concerned about me going back to doing what I was doing because I kept injuring myself. So the sessions that we do with Salford on Tuesday, we're going to pick and choose them ones that fit in best. Maybe the longer reps. I think I always said, that just struggle with the really fast stuff. I'm just not very good. Just not very designed for running fast, I don't think.
Not only that, it's probably not that relevant for what you're training for.
No, when you think about risk to reward, you're taking a risk and doing it, and I'm not getting that much out of it for what I'm trying to achieve. So maybe like we've got a pyramid session tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get down for that, and K reps probably be a good session for doing that with a little bit of threshold either side of it as well. So we can start weaving some of that stuff in, and I think getting back in with the group will help because I've missed that. I wasn't really happy doing everything on my own. It was hard for a start, but I just miss running's something you enjoy doing, isn't it? You know what I mean? And I love my long runs with Mark on Middlewell, but I also enjoy getting down for the track sessions and getting on the gates. So I'm hoping to bring some of that stuff back in for this block as well, just to break, even if it's every other week, so it breaks up your training a little bit. At like a real, I nearly swore then, a real humbling at Christmas. I've not done a park run for ages in Anger anyway. I've done them as thresholds. I went out to Hyde Park Run on Christmas Day. I'll give this this is my course, this. I'm all over this.
I'm not messing around today.
16:53 man here. Hold on to your hats. Hold my beer. I'm like, my God, I was working so hard and running so slow. I think it was like 1840 odd, maybe even 1850. I'd have to have a look, but it wasn't pretty, and it was very painful. And by Claire even said, "Just say you were tempoing it or something." I can tell you now, I was not tempoing that. I was balls to the wall, and every mile just got slower and harder. And I was just like, I was supposed to be doing the Boxing Day race the next day, and I just thought, no, I'm just not. I was proper beaten up, from having a swing at Hyde Park. So it just I think that and Valencia is just like maybe thing I've got to get back to doing what I was doing. I think in terms of like, just need to start pushing myself a bit more in training. I did lose a little bit of motivation, I think, last year with stuff going on as well.
You're confident in yourself when you're doing that higher mileage, though, aren't you? You're in your own kind of zone.
I do feel like, looking back, I just threw the towel in a little bit last year. Wasn't pushing myself properly. So I'm looking forward to it. I've got London coming up, really excited about that. Trafford 10k, the New Cheshire Half. It's tune-up races in the build-up to that, and then what have I got in the autumn? Amsterdam Marathon.
Oh yeah,
Amsterdam.
Every man and his dog's entered that, isn't it?
Isn't it weird that everyone? I think it's because it's one of the only races you can actually just go and enter now, because everything's just even Valencia's gone to ballot.
It's become more popular, people going away for a marathon now, hasn't it?
I love that though. It is part of the fun of running, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I love London every year.
I don't like the word fun either. I don't know why I said that.
It's not supposed to be fun.
I don't like fun.
The running's not fun, the weekend away is.
But I do enjoy that. You see different places, Berlin, Valencia, these places, they're amazing. It's just, you never forget it. It's like you never forget going away and running Berlin Marathon. It's just
and everyone around you is all like-minded people, aren't they? You go on holiday, sometimes it's full of idiots, and when you go on a running weekend, it's just like-minded people, aren't they? Having coffee and pastries and
went into the coffee shop,
talking about running.
Yeah, and you go out the day before to do your shakeout run, and it's it's just flooded with people,
Yeah.
and everyone's in a good mood.
Yeah.
Not so much the day after, depending on the day, but it's just such a good
It is good.
experience.
Yeah.
I love it. Even London, when you go down there, the city's just flooded with it.
Buzzing
So
into it, yeah.
yeah, so that's it. And then still doing the strength, and nothing else has changed really. I just need to simplify some bits I'm doing as well. I think I'm taking too many supplements. You know, I think it's been on the podcast. We get given all these things about I'm going to take that, I'm going to take this. Before I
You don't know
it,
which one's working.
when I go away now, I've got like a suitcase just full of shit I've got to take to stay alive. I think I need to just like get back to eating chicken and drinking water. That's me. What about yourself, Dave? You're running.
Aww.
Kind of. Yeah, a bit fed up at the moment. So got this problem. I think we mentioned it on the last episode. This tendon problem had just started in my left leg. So yeah, we'll rewind to the start of December. I had early November. I had a bit of a problem with the tendon on my right leg, and I managed to get on top of that with some physio and some bit of specific loading strength work, and just reducing the training load and managing my training. So, and then first weekend in December, did the West Yorkshire Cross Country League, and considering all that had gone on in November, I had quite a good run. I think I was about 20th in the race and won my age category. So I was like, right, we're ready to roll for the back half of the cross country season. 2 weeks later, I'm doing a grass session. I just thought there's something not right with it around my Achilles tendon here. It's just really getting sore and tight quite quickly. And I called the session early, but I probably didn't call it early enough. So I was quite sensible, took a whole week off, just did nothing but strength work for a week, started back, and it didn't feel any better at all. In fact, it probably felt worse. And I think that's often the case with tendon injuries. If you just stop exercising completely, they very often feel worse because they tend to respond better to actually being loaded a little bit.
Yeah.
So since I started running, probably again, it's just before Christmas, so just around about 3 weeks now. Just been a question of doing three weeks of easy miles, nothing other than easy miles, and the pain has varied from probably a 5 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 on a bad day. So it's not been pleasant, but I still think, even though I'm in pain most days, I do think the strategy is to carry on doing what I'm doing, because that's what worked with the other leg, which is to continue running lower volume, keep the strength work up. And
it's rubbish when you're carrying something though, isn't it? It does spoil.
Just running's not enjoyable at all when that's the case. I mean, the worst 2 runs I've had. The night before we did that park run, I went out for an easy 5 miler. I was running about 8:20 a mile, and I was stopping to stretch every 2 minutes because the pain was that bad. And I was like, should I be running on this? And then the next day I went to the park run, and it actually was one of the best days I've had with it.
Yeah, they're just not. They're like that, tendons, aren't they? Mine flares up even now, and that was a couple of years ago now.
Yeah. And the strange thing is, some days the worst it feels is in the first 5 minutes. Other days I don't feel anything in the first 5 minutes, and then it comes on later. But one thing I've surprisingly been able to do is a long run every week. I seem to. I don't know whether it's because I'm not working on a Sunday, and I really spend a lot of time beforehand, really warming it up and doing a lot of loading work immediately before the run. But I'm going out, and I'm in a little bit of pain, but I'm able to run. I ran 14 miles yesterday, and it wasn't that bad. But it just feels like there's no way I'd be able to do anything at any sort of pace, because even when I get to a hill, like just even the slightest of inclines really sort of makes it worse.
Yeah. Is it sore today after the long run yesterday then?
A little bit, but the worst days are actually always after rest days. So if you take a day off, which you'd think would be a smart thing to do if you're struggling, the worst days are always the day after a day off.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. Not very excited, I'm afraid. Pretty miserable, but obviously I've got my 28-year national cross country streak. still to my name. So I'm determined to start the national. I'm determined to finish it.
When's that now?
It's 6 weeks away.
6 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, at the moment, I couldn't even contemplate putting a pair of spikes on because they were so unsupportive.
Could be a thing of the past in 6 weeks' time.
Oh yeah,
You just never know, do you?
Yeah, if I can get on top of it like I did with the other leg, but yeah, it's just not responding like it did with the other leg. Sadly,
see, Duncan's away.
He's away at the moment. Yeah. So when he gets back, I'll be. I think I'm in with him as soon as he gets back, and
I fear the tool might be making
oh yeah,
tendon related.
No, I'm still positive. Obviously, it's a frustrating from my point of view. It's frustrating because cross country is my season, and it's sort of drifted away from me this year, which is a shame because I had a pretty good season last year, really. Apart from one bad race at the Northerns, but yeah, if I can get through this national, then I'll sit down with Duncan and review whether I'd be better off just taking some extended time off just to get on top of it. But I guess that's a question of where we're at in, when that comes around.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry it's not more a positive update, but hopefully it will be next time.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so we've got a group for all our previous guests, so we've asked some new quick fire questions. We've got some really good ones, but also Callum Rowlinson gave us a good idea of a desert island jog. And I'm only just seeing this now, so I've not had time to think about it. So, dream run location, distance, and person to run with, alive or dead. So I probably could come up with something better if I had time to think about it, but just off the top of my head, I would say dream run location would definitely be somewhere warm, maybe like Italian lakes or something, because I love running by water, but quite picturesque. Mountains in the background, nice and warm. So yeah, let's go with the Italian lakes. I'm going to go with Eilish McColgan because she's like every girl's like running hero, isn't she? So I'd love to have a chat with her. And distance, I'd say half marathon.
That's a good call. I've already guessed Sean's.
Sean.
Have you? I think I said it.
Yeah,
I feel like
said
we've done
it
this before, haven't
yeah,
we?
I've guessed yours.
It's got to be, if you're going to go for a run, go for a run with a goal.
I knew you were going to say it.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, just like when you look at the... when you just hear him speak, though, I have just, like, proper fix to it.
Yeah, he is.
When he speaks, you know what I mean? I just...
He's amazing to listen to.
his interviews, they're really good, and even the little sort of short videos that Nike put up with him, I think it was NN Running, they've just changed sponsor now, haven't they? Obviously I'm talking about Kipchoge for those that are not familiar with it. I mean, first of all, I'd have to be able to keep up with him, wouldn't I? So it'd have to be an eyeballs out threshold day for me, and an easy run for him, I think. But I could just listen, I don't have to speak. Yeah, so do that. Maybe have a run like where would I run? Do you know what? I'll probably run in the Lake District. Yeah,
nice.
Get on some of them hills, see how good he is then. Can he do it on a cold, wet, windy day in like Grey Langdale? Yeah, so that'd be me.
Dave?
Me. It's a very difficult one for me. This. Am I allowed to say two people?
Yeah, seeing as it's you, Dave. Double
Seeing
Manchester
as though everyone
Marathon.
knows you.
I would like to go back in time and go for a long run with my dad and Ron Hill.
That's a great one.
Great.
Yeah.
Because I'd just like to pick the brain. I mean, I've picked the brains in person, both of them individually, but to actually do it on a run and to sort of see them at first hand actually in a run would be incredible.
It would be amazing.
So yeah, I would do it on one of their regular training routes. It wouldn't matter where it would be. But yeah, my dad used to go out to Lyme Park quite a lot and from home, so it was quite a long run from there. Yeah. I know Ron obviously did a lot from Hyde up around Werner Flow and so on. So yeah, bit boring from the point of view that it's places we've all run many times before, but beautiful places and that was what I would do.
So Mine would be the run location. I'd love to go running in the lakes because I always see your pictures of going, and I've never really been and ran around there. Or where I used to go running in Wales at Ribble Valley, just south of Bangor.
It's nice.
It's
there.
really nice. Distance probably an half marathon or maybe a little bit longer.
Make the most of it, haven't you?
Yeah. So, person to run with, dead or alive. Now, would the person have to be able to run the distance, or just be?
I think it's like a hypothetical
Yeah,
question. I don't
we're overthinking it.
Yeah. But I really don't know. I was thinking about, and I'm the one that took it out of the group and put it in here, and I can't think of anyone. I'd probably just go with someone, I don't know, like Roger Bannister or something like that. But whether he'd do the 13 mile or whichever,
Probably just do one.
Yeah. But just anyone, just to try and pick the brains. But also someone that was quite knowledgeable as well, rather than just someone that's knowledgeable about running. Just knowledgeable.
I just think
about other stuff.
We talked about influences in the last episode, didn't we? And then we sort of went a little bit into athletes doing YouTube, and you see the likes of Alex Yee and Sessman and those guys. Their channels are brilliant. Alfie Manthorpe's got a good channel as well. So you get access to listen to that, whereas like with Kipchoge, you only hear little snippets of it. Yeah, you don't really get a great insight into it. And like same like with Dave and you're talking there, to go back and see that training they're doing at those times and how they're tolerating it. I just think that's what I'd like to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything was got behind a wall, I suppose, isn't it? With some people you don't get to see.
I've got another one to add now I've thought about it. So I'd still like to run with Eilish, but Safan Hassan, because she's dead funny, isn't she?
Both Eilish and Safan, they don't put much on about the training, do they? Really?
No, but that's what I think they'd be fascinating. And she's just dead funny, isn't she? She's just like she's just dead normal and says things like, "Why the hell am I running a marathon?" And,
what do you do? What am I
doing? Am I crazy?
Is there anyone else
with that? Ice cream after.
Is there anyone else with that range in running that can run 1,500 metre?
That's mad, isn't it?
Marathon?
Exactly. So I think she'd be fascinating. We'll go for a run all day with her.
Not quite at that level, but the British 10k record was equaled yesterday by a guy called Joe Wigfield. 27:38.
Yeah.
He won the Manchester Half in 62:04.
Yeah.
And he's run 1:46 for 800.
Yeah.
And 3:36 for 1500. That's quite a range.
I wonder what is his distance then? Is he trying to work that out, do you think? No.
If he's equalled the 10k British record, you could argue that is, but he seems to be trying to make it on the track. So.
Remember when he ran Manchester as well? He looked pretty comfortable, didn't he?
Yeah, just running with Johnny and then kicking away. Yeah, great answer, Katie.
That was good, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Enjoyed that.
Still don't know where I'm going running with though.
Good thing for the next episode.
Yeah.
Is that it for this episode?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for this episode.
Smoothest transition this year.
Good to be back. As you can see, nothing's changed. I will read the script one day. Well, in the next episode, we'll be interviewing Bury athlete Martin Clark. He's got PBs of 14:42 in the 5k, a 31:11 in the 10k, and a 67:20 half marathon. And they were all achieved in 2025, so he's had an incredible year last year. A lot of you will know him as well from some of the huge improvements he's made over the last few years, including that first place finish at the Sale Sizzler where he went inside 15 minutes. His PB actually was mid-Cheshire, wasn't it? So get those. You don't need to get the questions in because we've already done the questions, haven't we? Yeah, everyone's up. Yeah, that's it. See you next time.
We need to rethink this model of how to sign.
Yeah, it's going to take. Just bear with us, everybody. This is going to take a bit of sharpening up, but this is going to get slicker as the year goes on. It's a free podcast.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought we were in our 6th year.
See you next week.